Hello, my messies. It's me, Rose Messy, back with another messy video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, if you like my content, please like, subscribe, share, ring that notification bell so you know every time I drop some messy gossip, okay? Today, we're going to start off with a story that was so near and dear to my heart. So, on to the mess. Oh my God. So, Wendy did an impromptu interview this morning with the Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, and just the mess, just hilarious, and on the Breakfast Club. And oh my God, y'all, at the end, I just teared up. Just hilarious was crying. It was just so touching. She had her niece on with her there in and then she had another representative. I don't know what this other young lady was that's with her. I think she's part of her team or a team that she's trying to build collectively to help her get out of this conservatorship. But anyway, let me get to the story, guys. The queen of media, as I stated, was on the Breakfast Club this morning with Charlamagne the God and the crew. And a shout out to Page Six that did an article on it. It says Wendy Williams insists she's not um, impaired and she feels like she's in prison. In a bombshell interview with Breakfast Club, it was so touching, guys. Okay, so Wendy Williams calls into the Breakfast Club Thursday morning in a plea for freedom. And when they say in a plea for freedom, guys, please go watch this episode of the Breakfast Club. It was very touching. She begged, okay? The 60-year-old and her niece, Alex Feeney, told listeners that she is trapped in a facility in New York with elderly patients without access to her phone or laptop while under guardianship. Okay, guys, it was so sad. Oh my goodness. And she said, I am not congenitally impaired, but I feel like I am in prison. She said, I am definitely isolated to talk to these people who live here, and that's not my cup of tea. I keep the door closed. The former Wendy Williams show host continued of her day-to-day activities. She talked about it. She discussed it. She said, I watch TV. I listen to the radio. She said, I watch out the window. I sit here and my life just goes by. Williams claimed her cats have been taken and are gone despite her wanting them with her. And most of the time, sometimes those um, senior facilities or rehabilitation facilities, they allow you to have your cats, like your birds. Some even let you have small dogs, okay? I'm really shocked. The former shock jock shared hopes to celebrate her dad's 94th birthday in Miami next month and to ultimately live there with her family. She ended the interview with her infamous catchphrase, "How you doing?" Host Charlamagne the God urged his listeners to spread the word on social media, calling the question and answer the fruits to light and explode the situation. Oh God, guys, it was so sad. Williams' rep has yet to respond to the Page Six request for comment. Now, the Daytime Emmy nominee has been out of the spotlight for years now, last hosting her Fox talk show in 2021 before it wrapped the following year without her. Now, Williams, who has been diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia and aphasia, according to her team, was placed under court-ordered guardianship in 2022. Her guardian, Sabrina Marcy, called Williams congenitally impaired and permanently incapacitated as recently as October 2024. And I was so hurt when she said those things about her. Williams made a rare public appearance last month to attend her son Kevin Hunter Jr.'s graduation in Florida. She was later caught on camera getting into a heated confrontation with their caretakers while leaving a celebrity dinner for the 24-year-old. Now, Hunter Jr. Subsequently, wrote via Instagram on December 2024 that his mom is sober and wants to come home since isolation is killing her faster than anything else. Oh my God, I feel like they're trying to destroy her on purpose, you know? Um, it's just sad. And Charlamagne and DJ Envy and everybody, they asked her questions. Just Hilarious asked her, what do you want us to do? What do you want us to say? Is there pleas you want us to... you know how they did Britney Spears? I don't know if Wendy's afraid for them to go as far as picket, because when they asked her, did you want us to picket um your conservator's, place of business or where she lives or whatever, Wendy was like, no, she's so afraid she doesn't know what to do. Guys, I don't know anything about conservatorship. I don't know what the purpose of this is. Like I said in a previous video about this last week, the powers that be, Wendy is worth lots of money. She's worth millions and millions of dollars, okay? They have these big insurance policies out on her. And, oh God, I hope it's not a thing like with Michael that I believe happened with Michael Jackson, where you're worth more deceased than you are alive. And they just can't offer, just quickly as they can because it'll draw attention. But if they slowly keep her isolated and slowly keep her, she'll just die from heartbreak or whatever. Guys, oh my God, we have to do something as a people. As a people, I don't know what all we can do. I'm making this story. I hope that YouTube pushes this through the algorithm so that people can know what's truly going on with Wendy. Shout out to the Breakfast Club team, Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, just hilarious. I really appreciate you guys. Her niece and the other young lady that was there in the studio with them. I hope that they can get something done. I hope that maybe they can meet with a team of lawyers or some representatives or something, and they can do her the same way they did Britney Spears. This is crazy to me. I did not know that someone could just swoop in and take control of your life. And I know everybody's not as wealthy as Wendy. They're not, a mega star or whatever. There are some people in conservatorship that is not, of her caliber. But as Charlamagne was stating on his show, is that they are investigating allegedly the system in New York that controls the conservatorship over people. I forgot how many people he named that it was in total conservatorship. Guys, please watch this. It is really touching. In the end, I really cried for her. She begged. She's afraid she's not going to be able to see her father. She's afraid if she upsets her conservator, she's not going to allow her to go. And I just don't understand why they won't release her to like her sister. She has a sister and a brother. And I don't understand why they won't release her to one of them and let them be in control of her. I don't understand this. Um, I don't know if this has something to do with Wendy's, maybe her alcoholism or possible alleged drug, smoking weed or whatever. I don't know what it is, but hopefully they will be able to work this out. Hopefully someone will be able to help her. Now, recently in the news, I saw where Kevin said he wanted to get back with Wendy. He wanted to remarry her. And it was along the lines of he felt like if he married her, he would get back to her. Not only would it give him a second chance to um, make up to her the things that he did wrong to her, because I believe that's personally what it is. He really messed up. I don't even know it's about the money anymore. I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. In his mind, I believe he feels like if he could get back to her, it would help her heal, and it would help her, get waking up under that conservatorship and get her back at least to her family. And I think he feels he owes her that much. He messed up big time, guys. And what I want to say about personal relationships, every action has a domino effect that you do in your life. You may not think that things that you say or do affect another person that you're close to, whether it's spouse, mother, brother, sister, children, whatever, but it does. When we make poor decisions, it's a trickle down effect, and it affects everyone. Who would have known that this would have happened to her? I'm not blaming Kevin totally for everything that's happened to Wendy, but he had a big major part in it. And I believe he feels very guilty, and I feel that he wants to try to make this up to her, and as he should. And I hope that maybe her brother and sister, maybe her niece, and someone, and they can all get together, her son, along with Kevin Sr., and try to work out a plan to get Wendy out of this facility and back to her family. You know? My heart goes out to her, and I really, really pray that the Breakfast Club team does assist her and help her. So that story just really touched me, guys. I just, if it wasn't for Wendy, a lot of us wouldn't even be inspired to do this. I know she was one of my mentors in my mind, like she says, a friend in my head. Um, and I just always loved her. And she's bold and she's sassy and she's brass, but but still, she was one of the greats. She was one of the greats, and we haven't had anyone quite like Wendy. We do have some wonderful women on primetime TV now. Jennifer Hudson, Sherry Shepherd, Tamara Hall. We do have some good people in media now, but still nobody can touch Wendy. Wendy, we love you. We're rooting for you. We're praying for you. Okay. And again, shout out to the Breakfast Club. All right, so I'm moving on to the next story. Okay, so the next story is Cardi B. Cardi B and Offset. Um, they're always constantly in the news, but it wouldn't be Cardi B if she wasn't uh, constantly in the news. And her and Offset, they have separated. I don't know if they're completely divorced yet or not, but she has come up with some more allegations. E! News says that Cardi B seemingly accuses her estranged husband, Offset, and his mother of robbing her. And that's a real serious allegation. It says Cardi B is throwing out new accusations against Offset amid their ongoing divorce, with the rapper claiming that her husband, her estranged husband, and his mother robbed her, and that the Amigos member didn't send any Christmas gifts to their 3 kids. And that's her latest rant. She's ranting on about it. And when we go through divorce, we tend to nitpick at one another. I don't know if it's true that he didn't send her they didn't send any Christmas gifts, or they stole something from her. But we tend to do tit for tat to one another when we're going through divorce. Nothing is right. He didn't look right when he picked the kids up at the spot where the kids came back and said that somebody didn't treat them right, or it's just always something going on. I hope that they, in retrospect, can try to do this. The children are small. Thank God that the children are really tiny, and they're not really privy to social media like maybe like preteens or teenagers would be, where they can see that the divorce is not going too well. It's kind of nasty. But I hope that they can work things out for the sake of the children. It is hard when one of the spouses has already kind of moved on and gotten someone, and it feels like that person has taken your power from you. So I'm hopefully that Cardi can get back in her bag. Maybe she can go back to Love and Hip Hop, get herself something to do that's that makes her feel good about herself again, back into her music bag, back on television, maybe a spin-off or something of her and the kids. Cardi B, just herself and the children, showing how she navigates through her life without Offset now. That would be something wonderful for her to do. And I know that her people around her are saying, Cardi, let's get you into something. Hopefully her people, her team, will see this as a perfect opportunity to distract her from what's going on with her and Offset in the divorce. Let the lawyers handle all of that, and then get her in a lane where she's focused on moving ahead for herself. Um, uh, like I said, going back to Love and Hip Hop, going back to television, maybe getting her a spin-off or something where she can show her life and the children, and her and her sister and other family members and stuff like that, and get her mind off of it. And I think that would be perfect for her, because this going back and forth in media about their marriage and things is only going to make her feel bad, because people have their opinions. They're going to talk about it like I'm talking about it now, and some people are not going to say such nice things. So I'm hopefully that maybe her team can convince her to, like, hey, let's let the lawyers handle this, and let's get you on something new. 2025, let's move on. Let's move past this. All right, so that's all I have for Cardi B and Offset. Okay, and next story we're gonna do is Jen Shaw from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. She's got her sentence reduced again. I'm gonna read a little bit about that. She's been in there what now, about 2 years maybe, I think. So let's see what we got going on with her. So her prison sentence has been reduced again, according to E News. It says the Real Housewife of Salt Lake City's Jen Shaw gets prison sentence reduced again. Real Housewife of Salt Lake City's Jen Shaw, who is in federal prison after pleading guilty to wire fraud charges, is set to be released much earlier than expected. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, so she did just get her date moved up, and let's see. I think it'll be good for her, and good for her career. Of course, you know she's going back to Housewives. This is not the first housewife that we've seen do jail time. Teresa Giudice came out, did great. She got book deals. She got remarried. Of course, Bravo welcomed her back with open arms, and I'm sure Andy will be glad to have Jen back. This is going to be great for her career. This is going to be, she's not skipped a beat. Other than public embarrassment, other than her being embarrassed about it and things of that nature, it's not going to be too bad for her, you know. Um, she can bounce back. Trust me. I don't know if she still will be with her husband or not. Her son is now an adult. Um, and I just hope things work out for her in the best. So that's good to hear that she will be released soon and she'll be getting out a little earlier and she can start her life all over again. Um, Sad to say, when you do crimes, you do have to do the time. Sometimes the system does use you as a um, example. And prayerfully, I hope that she's learned her lesson and that when she gets out, that she, keeps her nose clean. She has a brand where she can make money and she doesn't have to um, steal from people, especially elderly people and citizens, elderly citizens and senior citizens. Okay. All right, moving on from Jen. We're gonna go to let's see who we got. We got Jen, Wendy. We did Cynthia Bailey is up next. She had a bad bout with Ozempic. And of course, Cynthia has a Cynthia from Atlanta Housewives. Of course, I'm speaking of Cynthia Bailey. Um, she did an article recently about how she had to get off Ozempic. She had a real bad time with it. Of course, she's has a model less figure. She's always been thin, but as you get older, our metabolism does slow down. We gain that extra pounds when we're getting into our 50s and we get premenopausal. So I guess she was trying to take something to kind of aid her to get off the couple of 10, 15, 20 pounds maybe she had gained. So the article says that Real Housewife alum Cynthia Bailey reveals why she quit Ozempic. Former Real Housewife of Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey says after gaining a few pounds, she turned to Ozempic, but that she soon quit the weight loss drug. She says she first decided to try the drug after her friends all started using it, and she noticed that weight loss, especially Nene, honey. Because Nene did a documentary about hers on her little show she had, her little YouTube channel. Okay, and Winnie, excuse me, and uh, Nene looked real good. She lost a lot of weight. She looked real good. She said, I tried it for a month. Honestly, for me, it didn't work because I still like food, and I found I just had no interest in food. Food is like something that I enjoy, and I just didn't like the way it made me feel, she said. She said, Ozempic is a prescription injectable medication that helps control blood sugar levels in adults with type 2 diabetes by mimicking the GLP-1 hormone, which signals the pancreas to release insulin. The drug works by slowing gastric emptying and inhibiting glucagon secretions. She added, shout out to everyone else that's thriving on Ozempic. similitude, whatever. But for me, it did not. She said, I didn't enjoy it because when I get my crab cake and my salad and my oysters and my barbecue ribs, I want to enjoy it. I was just literally looking at the food like, what is this? What am I supposed to do with it? Wow, really? And here I am wanting to try it myself. My insurance won't pay for it, but I am going to find a way to get it. So Cynthia said she quit. She didn't like it. She said it wasn't something that made her love food anymore. And one of my girlfriends is recently, she tried the pill. So far, she's lost about 5 pounds. She's been on it about 2 weeks. So a pound and a half a week is normal. So she's been on I think about 2.5, 3 weeks now. She's lost about 5 pounds. She does regular exercise, like maybe her walk or treadmill or something. Nothing is extra as far as exercise or anything. So she says she's naturally losing it. She says she eats about twice a day, a little something in the morning or midday, and then kind of latest dinner, like between 5 and 7 or 5 and 8, and she doesn't eat anything, I guess, after 8 p.m. So she says so far so good. She says she haven't had any bad side effects or anything. No heart palpitations. You do use the bathroom, of course. So she says she don't know if that's part of it, but she says she doesn't feel dizzy or doesn't make her feel nauseous or anything. She's taking a pill for him. So far so good with that. I think that it works for some, but Cynthia is kind of naturally thin, even though she probably lost the little 5 or 10 pounds she needed to lose. But it is for people that has type 2 diabetes. So maybe she does not have that type 2 diabetes trait, and maybe that's why it didn't work for her. I don't know. But Cynthia, you look good regardless, honey. You look good regardless, okay? So yeah, so Cynthia didn't work out for you, but hopefully it'll work out for, me. Okay, now on to my last story. Phaedra! I forgot. Phaedra, honey. Phaedra is dating a younger man. Now let me see, can I get it put up, honey? Phaedra is dating a much younger man. Now his identity has not been disclosed yet. But honey, somebody done got wind of it, honey. And it is has hit the newsstands. They said she is dating a much younger man. We is gonna find out what's going on, honey. Yes, honey. I forgot about Phaedra. Okay, so it says Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine co-star Phaedra Parks dishes on her romance with a younger man. Says she's never says she's never sore in the morning. It's been fun. All right, Phaedra. Honey. It says the Real Housewife of Atlanta star 51. Oh my gosh, she's 51 now. Recently spoke with E! News and spilled the details on her current relationship status, explaining that she isn't looking for anything too serious. Park shared that she has been seeing a younger man, and fans might get to see him on the screen soon. She said, I met him on Married to Medicine, she said, going on to reveal that her co-star Letitia Sweet Tea Lunsford witnessed it all unfold after introducing them. Wow. Good old Sweet Tea, honey. Park said she's in an age gap relationship, so she had this little event, and it was the best event of the season. Wow. So Sweet Tea introduced her to her younger man, and now Phaedra has met someone in her life. Oh my God. So, Sweet Tea is the new wife of Gregory Lunsford on Married to Medicine, who used to be married to Quad. And I think there's a 20-some year difference between them. And then, of course, Quad's new man is on the show with her. She is in love. He recently bought her Rolls Royce, honey. And now Phaedra has finally found someone. He's a little younger than her, and I hope to get to see him. Now, from my understanding, this will be her last, allegedly, I don't know, her last season with Married to Medicine, and they will pop her back over to Atlanta Housewives once they start filming again, and that's what she will remain over there with Real Housewives, if I'm not understanding that's how it's going to go. And hopefully on Real Housewives, we would get to see her with her new boyfriend. He's a little younger, but hey, let me tell you something. The men our age is in their 50s. They want the girls in their 20s and in the 30s. And the younger guys that's in their 40s and 30s want to date us. Okay, so I guess we need to get on out there. And woo, after I get my Ozempic, I might get out there and try it one more time, y'all. Maybe one more time. But anyway, I had forgot to add Phaedra in there, but I had to come back and fix it, y'all. So again, if you like my content, if you like me, drop down and leave a comment on what you think about our Hot Topics